Hello everyone. I don't really know how to start this. Obviously the chat is going, so that's good. Spotify for some reason hasn't started playing. I'm not entirely sure why, so I'm going to manually start that. It should have started, but it hasn't. And I'm not sure why, so that's a very good start. Hello everybody, hello. I don't know how many people are actually in right now. I'm just going to just give me a second to find this. It's worked like every time I've streamed, and it hasn't this time. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Hello everyone. So this is a little bit unusual. Normally I'm being a bit more professional and whispering into a microphone, sitting on a table back there. So this is a little different to what I'm used to doing, but yeah, hello. It's been a crazy 3 years. It really has. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a crazy 3 years. I don't really know where to start. It's well, this is a stream that I didn't really expect to be doing, so yeah, I have to give me a minute to sort of compose myself. But here we are, waiting for 100,000 subscribers. That is crazy. We are 63 subscribers away from something that I have been trying, or I've wanted to do, for about 11 years. It has been it's been a crazy journey. I was going to do this on Twitch, but then I decided I only had 300 followers or something on Twitch, and thought it would make more sense to do it on YouTube, where the majority of you might be able to pop in, or at least there would be more of you that would, you know, see the stream. Yeah, so for context, I started my first channel back in 2013. I still have my very first video, actually. It's a very funny video of me playing Minecraft on a flat world, and I'm very squeaky. You know, I'm very, very squeaky. I'm sure that might make an appearance at some point if I do like a funny video or something, but for now that's gonna stay in the folder, sealed away on my computer. But yeah, I started with that. I've had many channels since then, and some point during my time at uni, I mean, I watch ASMR every single day, multiple times a day sometimes, to sleep, every night without fail. And because I studied media production, you know, I'm using cameras all the time, I'm editing all the time, you know, I was doing all these different things. Should have said studied, actually. I've finished studying now. But I thought to myself, you know, I need to probably be doing something that uses these skills so I don't forget everything, because once I finish uni, that's it, you know, what am I going to do? And this might sound a little bit weird, maybe a little bit cocky, but, you know, I'd watched some ASMR videos by other creators, I can't remember which ones, but just random videos, and I would essentially think to myself, what are they doing? You know, they'd be doing something wrong, or they'd be filming a video and something just wouldn't be quite right, in my opinion. And that just gave me the idea of, hey, what if I did this and did it the way that I think it should be done? I'll give an example, because a lot of creators do this, so I don't need to, like, I'm not going to call out any names or anything. However, some people do, you know, like light tracing, or, you know, finger tracing words. And the main issue that I had with a lot of videos that I watched is people wouldn't invert their video, meaning that I would have to read the words backwards, and then they would use some lowercase letters and some uppercase letters, and that would just, it just wouldn't set the vibe, you know, it really wouldn't sort of, it just doesn't work. So, you know, I thought that was one of the things that sort of made me think, oh, I could do that. After about a year of, you know, posting videos, I got to about 400 subscribers, and it was, you know, pretty smooth, pretty steady, everything was relatively chill. And I had a conversation with my dad, actually, and honestly, most of this has happened because of my dad, and I don't think he realizes that, so I need to actually tell him that next time I speak to him. It's a funny story. So, you know, I struggle a lot with anxiety, depression, you know, I've recently been diagnosed with those things, so that's, you know, big win, you know. And I struggle with sleep a lot sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I go through periods where I just can't sleep, so I use ASMR a lot. And I was talking to my dad about how I was unable to sleep, and he said, hey, look, you're on your computer until like the last minute. You know, you're on your computer up until the minutes that you go before bed. You know, you're always on it. And then you get into bed, you sit on your phone. It's not good for you. It's keeping you awake. And I'm like, you know, you've got a point. You know, he did have a valid point. And he said, you know, you need to close your eyes. You don't need to look at your phone all the time. And for some reason, that gave me the idea of, what if I make an ASMR video where people don't have to look at their screen? They can close their eyes. They can still enjoy the experience, but they don't have to be staring at their phone for like 6 hours trying to fall asleep. So that's what I did, you know, back when, you know, my channel only had 400 subscribers. I made this video that was, you know, ASMR instructions, whatever, to follow with your eyes closed. And bear in mind, obviously, I think Luna Bloom ASMR had done this before I had done it. I was not the first to do it. I think there was a video maybe 5, 6, 7 months before I posted it by Luna Bloom. I had no idea of this, which is the main reason I did not claim the idea as my own, because I had a feeling that, you know, someone definitely would have done it before. So I just made the video, didn't really think anything of it, and I went to bed. And then the next day, I woke up and I had 1,000 subscribers, and I'm like, what? How did this happen? You know, I've, you know, over doubled my subscribers in like one night. Like, what's going on? And I thought, oh, you know, this video is obviously performing quite well. And then the next day, I had 2,000 followers, or subscribers, sorry. I had 2,000 subscribers the next day, and I'm like, it's doubled again. What's, you know, this is crazy. And at that point, I thought to myself, okay, it's probably going to peak now. It's you know, my most sort of viewed video on the channel at that point was like 6,000, and we already had 10,000 on this one. So I'm like, it's probably going to stop. It didn't. It kept going, and by the end of that week, like 2-3 days later, I think I had 10,000 subscribers, and I had an email from YouTube saying, you've got enough watch hours to join the partner program, you can now be monetized and start earning. And I'm like, I've never had this before. Like, this is so new to me. I genuinely have no clue. Like, I was just like, yeah, okay, why not? So I signed up for it and did all the things that I had to do. And I thought, yeah, it's surely going to stop, and it didn't. You know, 2 weeks went by, and I was up to 50,000 subscribers, which is just, I couldn't comprehend it, to be fair. I was making, like, special videos faster. Like, I was gaining subscribers, sorry, faster than I could make special videos. I made my 500 sub special, and I was already on 1,000, and then I had 1,000 subscribers, and I was trying to make a 2,500 sub special, and it just sort of blew out of proportion. Oh, hey Moomba, how you doing? Yeah, thank you for always coming by and supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Also, once I've finished rambling about the channel and just sort of getting into the stream, this is basically a Q&A, so feel free, like, I'll mention when you can start asking questions, because I'm just sort of going to ramble for a little bit, but it is a Q&A as well, so if you have any questions about the channel, or, you know, me, then, you know, feel free to just drop them. And I am, hello Cades, I am reading the chat, and I've got it all open so I can see. But yeah, you know, the channel started going crazy. You know, I wasn't really expecting that, and then I sort of, you know, I started earning money from it as well, and I was like, wow, this is, like, as a uni student that has, like, just a loan coming in, you know, every so often, I was like, whoa, you know, this is, like, money that I've earned, what is going on? And that's when I started deciding, okay, I should probably take this more seriously, and, you know, this is potentially a job. Obviously, at the moment, it's not a full-time job, it's very much just a hobby, but it could definitely be in the future. You know, but not only is it supporting me, you know, obviously, you know, this is something that I've wanted to do since I was maybe like 11, 12 years old. So, you know, it's been a long time, good 10, 11 years, which I can get back into in a second. I can revert because I sort of missed out that bit of detail there. But also it helps a lot of people as well, which I think is great. You know, the channel, the amount of comments that I get, help, you know, with people saying, oh, you know, some comments are just, this really helped me, I like the video, good job, which is great. Some people just put a few emojis, and, you know, I appreciate that because, you know, it helps with the algorithm. Some people just watch all my videos and don't comment, that's also fine. But then some people leave really detailed comments about how the video has helped them. And one specific comment that I got, I'm not going to mention the person, mainly because I can't remember, but I wouldn't anyway. But one comment that I got that really, it really hit me. It really, like, it did something. I don't know how to explain it, but basically I got a comment saying that, this person was struggling significantly, shall I say, and they were thinking about, you know, taking some pretty drastic actions, in other words. And they said that, you know, basically their comment was more or less saying, you know, thanks for trying to help me, or what, something along the lines of this, you know, this might be my last comment. And it was quite like a deep comment. I was genuinely like, oh my god, this person needs, you know, help. But then I got a comment 3 years, not 3 years, oh my god, but then I got, I can't speak, man. Then I got a comment 3 months later from the same person saying, just wanted to let you know, I watched that video of yours that I left a comment on. I woke up in the morning and had a change of mind, decided to get help, and now I'm okay. I've got a full-time job, you know, I'm in a relationship. And I'm like, what? Like, if that was a real comment, which I have no reason to suspect that it wasn't, that is, like, what? That's absolutely crazy. To think this person was in such a bad place. They watched a video, fell asleep, actually got a good night's sleep, which they probably hadn't have had for like months on end, and then woke up and decided, I don't want to do this. That is like, and now they're just living their best life. Like, that is insane. It's just things like that that just, you can't comprehend it. There are so many comments that come in, and it's like, I find it difficult even now, after having the channel for like 3 years, I still find it really difficult to process that every comment and every view is like a real person. Because I'm only used to having accounts with like a few hundred subscribers or something on it, or like a few hundred followers. And to see numbers this big, just, I don't know, it's really quite strange. When you put it into perspective as well, I mean, you know, 99,000 people. When you really put into perspective how many people that is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think the main reason I started like content creation was I saw a YouTuber unbox the silver play button, the 100,000 subscriber plaque, many years ago. And I just saw it and thought, that's so cool. I would love to own one of those. I don't think I have the capability of getting one of those, but I would really like to own one. That's just such a cool thing to have. And I guess from that point onwards, I just never stopped grinding. I never stopped learning about YouTube. I never stopped, I mean, that's probably the whole reason I went to college and studied media, is because I liked editing, I liked filming, I liked social media. You know, everything was just so cool. So to actually think like, yeah, I don't know, if I went back to my past self and said, hey, by the way, you are actually going to get one of those, I don't think I would have believed it. But I couldn't have done it without all of you, so thank you so much for all of the support over the last 3 years. You know, every comment, every like is really appreciated, and you know that because I heart every single comment I get. You know, a lot of YouTubers, they just don't interact with their community at all. I have notifications on my phone and my tablet and my computer of every single comment I get, and I always make sure to heart it. Granted, I won't reply to all of them because I do get a lot and it would take a long time, but I do read every single comment I get. So, you know, if I don't reply, but I heart it, I've read it, I've seen it, and I very much appreciate it. So, for everyone that leaves their comments, thank you very much. I am also streaming on TikTok right now. However, I've got the chat turned off, and it's just pointing at the screen, so I don't know how many people are actually going to come in from TikTok. But for everyone that is here, if you have anyone else that you can share the channel with, let's get the channel to 100,000. Let's do it. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough. I've more or less just gone through a little bit of history of the channel and sort of where I've sort of started. So if anyone has any questions, let's get into the Q&A, because I meant to do a Q&A for 50,000, and I made a post for it, and I never actually did it because I kept sort of either forgetting or procrastinating, and you know, it was I just never really got into it. So yeah, it's thank you, Mac Jacker. Appreciate you always being there. It's yeah, it's crazy. But if anyone has any questions, then drop them in the chat and I'll try my best to answer them. I'm not gonna say I'll be able to answer every question because, you know, but we'll give it a good shot. Yeah. It's 59 to go now, if my maths is correct, which I'm hoping it would be, considering I've done several videos containing maths, so, you know. That should be all good. Favorite show? Oh, well. My favorite show of all time has to be Doctor Who. I don't know if anyone in the chat is familiar with Doctor Who, but that is my favourite show by far, without question. Nothing will beat it. Favourite show, hands down. But what I'm watching at the moment, I'm watching Stranger Things, and I've just finished watching The Good Place. Again, not sure if any of you are aware of those, but I'm imagining some of you will definitely have heard of Stranger Things before, as it's very popular. ASMR triggers that you hate. I don't like eating. I'm pretty open to doing lots of different triggers. Like, if I started a Patreon, I wouldn't mind doing, like, more mouth sounds or hand movements or, like, specific triggers for the entire video. Because there are certain sounds that I've done, like, for example, my sequin notebook. People love the sound of it, but I wouldn't make a whole video on it just because as much as people would want it, it wouldn't perform as well as what I normally do. And obviously I've been trying pretty hard to sort of, you know, create things that a lot of people would like. So, yeah, you know. But no, eating, I think, is definitely something that I'm not that keen on myself, personally. It's, I don't know. It's like, I don't mind mouth sounds if they're done right. Like, yeah, it's difficult. I need to stop reading the chat while I'm answering a question. I think that's part of the issue. If your question doesn't get answered, then just feel free to repost it. There's no issue with reposting it. But yeah, regarding eating, it reminds me of sitting across the table from someone and just having them opening their mouth while they're eating, which I just find is really rude. It's really just, it's not polite. And granted, there are some people that do it and they do it fine. They're respectful. They don't do that. They just eat normally. But there are some people that just sit there and just, you know, overly exaggerate what they're eating, and it's like, I don't want to see what's in your mouth. I'm sorry, like, I'm trying to sleep. I don't want to, but yeah, that's probably my only trigger I don't like. I used to hate ASMR, actually. Like, you know, believe it or not, I didn't used to like ASMR. I used to be in the ASMR is weird club, you know, following everyone as a bit of a sheep, you know, following everyone in the sort of ASMR is cringe. You know, I was in that group of, I wouldn't, like, hate on it, but I was like, what is this? This is weird. And then I got a video by Dennis ASMR, actually. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Dennis, but I got a video by him, and it was just mic brushing. It was literally just, there was no whispering, there was no talking, no mouth sounds. It was just brushing the microphone slowly. And I watched it and thought, wow, this is brilliant. You know, it's not too weird. I genuinely thought this would be weird. It's not. I put my headphones on and I really enjoyed it. And then it's been a bit of a slippery slope from that point onwards. You know, I watched more and more videos. You know, I started watching people with, you know, videos with talking, and eventually I just started getting to the point where I was like, I'll watch anything at this point. And now I'm making my own videos, so, you know, I've really done, like, the full circle here. Have you ever found yourself getting stuck while answering your own maths questions? Not really, because I tend to have the answers, like, if I'm doing complicated answers, like if I'm doing complex questions, then I will have a list on my phone, and I'll sort of, you know, look at the phone, read the answer, whatever. But I think there have been times in, like, bloopers where I've just sort of stopped and thought, did I get that right? And even though it's a really simple question, I've had to doubt myself, because I've made plenty of silly mistakes in my videos. But I never want to make mistakes. I'm a massive perfectionist, so I like everything to be as best as I think I can do you know, with what I've got. And the thought of getting a simple math questions like, I don't know, 6 minus 11, for example, like if I got something like that wrong, I'd be like, you know, I'd be freaking out. I know most people wouldn't care, but I'd be like annoyed at that. And I have in the past made a little mistake like that, and I've took the video down and reposted it without the mistake. Bloopers video will most likely be on Patreon, just because it will be, there'll be copyrighted music, there'll be me like shouting, there'll be me getting annoyed, there'll be phones ringing, so I wouldn't really want to put that on YouTube, because if it comes on shuffle and someone's trying to sleep, then they're going to be woken up by me dancing and vibing around my room to some like loud music or something. But in the future I do want to get a Patreon set up. I already have it set up, it's just not public yet. But I do want to post more obscure videos over there, and that would definitely fall into that, so stay tuned. Don't know where it's gonna go, but definitely. Favorite hobbies other than ASMR and developing your platforms? Gaming. 100% gaming. I love to just sit down, talk with friends, and just play games and just have a bit of a laugh. That's it, really. That's honestly it. I don't think I really have any other hobbies as such. There are things that I enjoy doing, but that's the only real thing that I do as a hobby as such, really. There's a lot of games that I play at the moment, but it fluctuates. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Cute plush. Oh, hell yeah. Which one are you on about? Are you on about the pink one or the scary one? Because the cat over here, the pink one, I've had that one for, I would say, a year and a half, a couple of years now. I bought that while I was at university. I just saw it in the shop and said, yep, that's mine now. I like cute things. I like cats. So I was like, yeah, you know, I'm buying it. And then the black one is, that's some merch I bought recently. Which is actually glow in the dark, by the way. So if I did turn my lights off, you probably won't actually, you can't really see. It would have to be proper pitch black for you to see it, but it does glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. Is that a bread pillow? It is. I got gifted the bread pillow. I got gifted it on my Throne page recently. Not recently, I don't know, it was about a year ago, maybe more. I got gifted the pillow through my Throne page. Funny story, actually. I'll tell you all this because I think it's quite funny. And it sort of, you know, leads off of the question. So basically, I put that on my wish list, the bread pillow, because I saw it on Amazon and thought, that's just funny. You know, it's big, it's squishy, I can sleep with it. It's just funny. I mean, you know, I was like, why not, you know? So I put it on my wish list, not really thinking about anything. And then I got a notification a few weeks later, and I was like, this has been purchased. And I'm like, what? Someone actually bought it for me, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. But I was in my university house at the time, you see, and my old address on the Throne website was still set to the house that I'm in now, which is where my mum lives. So of course there was a little bit of an issue there. So I was a bit, it's like, where is it? You know, I'd received a notification saying that this item had arrived, and it wasn't at my house. I'd asked my mum, it wasn't at her house, so, you know, I really didn't know where it was. So I actually reported it as stolen, lost, whatever, and I got a refund for it because, you know, we didn't have it, and there was nowhere else for it to go. And I thought, well, you know, with my university house being on a main road, I thought, well, it's definitely possible it could have got stolen, as we'd had things stolen before, so I thought it's definitely been stolen. This was in like September, bear in mind, or like August, September time. So 2-3 months later at Christmas, there's this, you know, I'm opening the presents with my mum, and she says, save that one till last. I'm gonna film you opening that one because I want to see your reaction. And I'm like, damn, okay, what have you got me, you know? So I'm opening my presents, you know, my mum's opening hers, and we're all just having a good time, music on, the tree's got the lights on, everything, you know, the sort of usual Christmas sort of festivities. And then I start opening this massive sort of wrapped package, and I open it, and it's the brioche pillow, and I'm like, and I'm laughing, like, oh my god, you brought me one. And I assumed that my mum was just like, oh, you know, you didn't get the one that someone bought you, so I bought you one and found it, and that's what I assumed had happened. But then she proceeded to say, guess where we found that? And I'm like, what do you mean you found it? It was underneath our next door neighbour's hedge. So, I kid you not, when the notification said we've left it in a safe location, The delivery driver had left it in such a safe location, we didn't find it for 3 months. That's how safe it was. No one found it for 3 months. And my mum decided to wrap it up for Christmas as a joke. And, yeah, that was certainly interesting. I can't lie, that was very funny. I don't know how that happened, but it's there now. I've had it for quite a while. I mean, I can't blame them. You know, like, it was safe. They did put it in a safe location. It just... we had absolutely no idea where it was. Oh, yeah, 100%. I would like to be able to make content full-time. 100%. You know, obviously, I'd need to get my own place. I'd need a bigger room. At the moment, what you can see of my room is pretty much my entire room. I've got my desk in front of me and my monitor, which is like, you know, obviously where I'm sitting. My bed is there, as you can see, and that covers the whole length of the room. And then on the right-hand side, I can pretty much stretch my arm out, and that reaches the end of the desk, and then there's about this much space at the end, which is just enough room for a cupboard to open. So my room is basically a little box. It's quite small. If I was going to do it full-time, I'd want to set up permanently with a tripod camera, so I could just sit down, press start, and go. I would also like to, additionally, I'd like to pay some editors in the future, so I can post more, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But yeah, I would definitely like to do it full-time. I mean, I've got this far, I'm helping people. I think the content is pretty good at this point, and, you know, the content's only going to get better as I learn more and just generally get more used to it. So, yeah, no, definitely. I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon, let's put it that way. I am 23 as of June the 13th this year. So, yeah, I'm 23 now. Getting old, man. Alright, so we're 57 subscribers away now. If anyone is on TikTok watching, I don't know how many people we have watching, I can't see. Not many. But if anyone wants to come over to YouTube, then feel free. 100 million when? Oh, that's I very much doubt that's going to happen. It's not the sort of content, like, the way that I look at content is that there's like there's a cap for each platform. That's each niche has its own cap. At least that's how I see it. So if you're gaming, if you play lots of different games, that I would say there's not too much of a limit depending on what you do. If you do ASMR, there's definitely a limit. I would say of maybe a couple million, maybe 3 million, if you do it for long enough. Whereas if you do, let's say, I don't know, vlogs and like funny videos, things like that, or electronic videos, you know, working with cars, making your own tech, then you can just skyrocket, because it's like, ASMR is quite a niche area, so I would say 1 million is definitely possible. I imagine, you know, in time, I would say a gold play button is definitely feasible, as other creators have done that before, so that's possible. But it's, yeah, I mean, I would imagine with enough work, 10 mil might be possible, but I definitely think there is a cap there, so you wouldn't be able to, you know, but then I'm not that bothered about that, you know. I mean, even having 100,000 is just insane for me. You know, it earns a bit of money on the side. You know, once I get a job, it would be a nice second income to just come in, so I can, you know, buy better equipment and stuff. You know, it supports itself and it helps people, so it's, you know, it's yeah, it's alright. Oh yeah, no worries. I got what the comment meant, don't worry. I'm from England. England is most definitely my city. Yeah, do you want my social security number as along with that, Astral? I don't actually. That's an American thing, isn't it? I don't think we have those. If we do, I'm not aware of it. Yeah, I imagine it would be quite weird. I had that couple people that I've spoke to on Discord or whatever. You know, I'd be you know, whispering or softly speaking, and then I'd hop in a call, and they'd just be like, "What?" You know, it's a bit weird, but I mean, it's I just decided to come on here and just talk normally. It's not really the setup to do an ASMR thing, because my computer's on, so you'd hear the fans. I've got noise suppression on, so it should be alright. But generally speaking, when I film ASMR, I'm very, very picky about background sounds. If a car goes past, I will cut it out. If there's a slight loud noise, I'll try and cut it out. You know, I'm very, very picky with everything. Whereas I thought, well, if I stream if I stream, you know, like this, then it doesn't matter. You know, if a car goes past, no one's gonna care. So it just means that I can focus on talking to chat and just enjoying this moment rather than actually, rather than, you know, whispering and thinking, oh damn, you know. So yeah, 54 to go. That's crazy. I think I sound quite similar to my soft-spoken voice, because I mean, you know, my soft-spoken voice is basically the same, just quieter. My whispered voice is different. Whispering is always gonna be different for everyone, but softly speaking, I think sounds relatively similar. Would you do comment art videos? Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely would. I haven't done so far because I've just been so focused and so, like, well, hyper-focused basically on the channel. And just, you know, obviously everything you've seen on my channel, I've done myself. I don't have any editors. I don't have anyone working on it. It is just me. You know, all of the thumbnails that I've made, which most of them are just screenshots of the video, so that's fine. But, you know, thumbnails, descriptions, the video, obviously filming, me obviously doing the ASMR, the editing, any social media stuff, everything I've done myself. But obviously in the future, as someone else asked earlier, if I did it full time, I would definitely hire an editor and try and get them to understand how I want them to be edited, you know, what little mistakes that I make I would want cutting out. Like if I stutter in a video, I want it cut out or I'll retake it. On stream, I'll say and what and hold on a minute, I can't speak, you know. I'll say those things because it's live and most people don't really care. But on a video, I want to, you know, I want to seem that little bit more professional. I want to actually have a nice fluid experience for the viewer. So sometimes, genuinely, I will spend 15 to 20 minutes sometimes, if I'm having a bad day, just filming the intro. Now bear in mind, every single time I do a video, it's basically the same intro. Welcome back to the clinic. How are you doing? Have you slept well? You know, how have you been eating? Have you been staying hydrated? Yeah, that's very important. What about chores? Have you been, you know, taking medication on time? Anything like that? Good. Today's video is going to be, and then what the video's about. So I have the same intro more or less every time. I've just sort of adapted it over time. People started to like it. I started to say, yeah, I'll do that. And that just became my intro. It just happened. There was a point. I'm so glad I didn't go with this because it would have been cringe. I mean, you guys can give me your opinion on this, but at one point, I was thinking of having like a sheriff-based intro, and I was going to be like Sheriff Sam or something, and I even bought a little badge. And then I thought, yep, no, that's a little cringe. We ain't doing that. And I just decided to start with, hello, welcome to the channel. And then I made a clinic video, like a roleplay type thing, and then people said they liked it, and I thought, oh, maybe I could do that. And it just sort of, you know, that just happened a bit naturally, sort of just, it just sort of flowed, you know. That was the intro. So that's my intro now, basically. And it how do I subscribe again to get you there faster? Oh man, if only it was that easy. You can share the channel to someone if you know someone that watches ASMR. Feel free to share it to them. I mean, we're it's difficult because obviously, you know, we are relying on people subscribing to get here, obviously, and I don't know how long the stream is going to go on for. Hopefully not an insane amount of hours, but again, anyone on TikTok's watching, feel free to go and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Obviously, my TikTok stream, I'm not doing ASMR at the moment, so it's got like 2 people watching. Normally there'd be like a couple hundred or something, so... Hey, thank you, May. I think it's May or Mai. Thank you very much, really appreciate it. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, any other questions? Obviously, I'm not really scrolling the chat, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to just keep popping them in. Do you still enjoy other ASMR videos now that you do it? Oh, yeah, so, way 50 to go, let's go. Yeah, no, definitely. I still watch ASMR every single day. As I said earlier, I don't know if you were here, but I watch it every day, have done for years, and I don't think I'll ever stop. A couple years ago, a few years ago, quite a while ago, I don't know when, I had my ears cleaned because I went to a water park on holiday and I got water trapped in my ears, and basically it was like messing around with my hearing, and I went to the doctor and basically they said, oh yeah, we can just, you know, we can sort that out quite easily. And they cleaned my ears out using this little water jet thing. And I'd researched it, and it said online that there was a very small chance that I could have got like minor tinnitus from it. And I said to the nurse, I said, look, I know that this is a chance. I do not want that happening because it will stress me out. What are the chances that happens? And she basically said, oh no, it won't happen. It never does. We never get any complaints of it. It happened. In this right ear, I basically have a constant, very small ringing. I can't hear it now. If there's any ambience at all, a fan, a computer fan, anything in the room, I can't hear it. It's completely fine, which is great. It's not like really bad, so I can't hear it when I'm talking. I can't hear it 24/7, thankfully, because that would drive me absolutely insane. However, at night time, when it's a really quiet room, I can hear it. So I have to have something on now, otherwise it just freaks me out. So I listen to white noise, brown noise, ASMR, instructions, you name it, I'll listen to it. So yes, every day. And I do definitely watch things more critically now. I'll watch instruction videos and I'll specifically listen out for things that I've not done before and think, oh, that was cool, I'll do that next time. Like, a lot of the things that I've done, like miscellaneous questions, such as, for example, in an upcoming video I'm trying to film at the moment, one of the things that I do is think of any fruit you like. Just, I'll give you a few seconds, just think of a fruit. Now give me the first letter of that fruit and name a place with that letter. And then it's like, take the last letter of that fruit and give me a colour. Or, just little things like that. Just little tasks that are very simple, very easy to follow along. But I find things like that in other people's videos and think, oh, that's really cool, I've not done that before. And then I sort of adapt it into my videos and sort of give my own twist on it. So I'm always looking out for new things to do. And I'm always finding new creators with, more and more eyes closed videos are popping up now, which is great. I think I sort of restarted an era of ASMR, which is actually really cool. There wasn't many. I remember researching it, there wasn't many at all. And now there's loads. There are so many creators that are making them now, and it's great, because I love them myself. I watch them myself. I love being able to just close my eyes and follow along. But there are so many more creators now making eyes closed instructions videos, and it's great. It is so good to see, because I love them. I know a lot of you guys like them, and yeah, it's really nice to see, and I always try and comment on them as well. So, yeah, So it's just nice to see, because it's like a sub-community. There are, I've seen the channel post an ASMR Eyes Closed video, and they had 1,000 subscribers. They now have like 6,000-7,000 last time I checked. And that video has just single-handedly gave them 5,000-6,000 subscribers, which, I mean, if they feel anything remotely to how I felt when that happened to me, they're going to be feeling great about that. They might not have had that break if they hadn't posted that video. They obviously, I mean, they mentioned me in the comments, so they'd obviously seen mine and thought, oh, that's cool. They made one, and they grew their channel as well, so I think that's really cool. Oh yeah, the stories that I make up are completely unique. I like sci-fi, so I just sort of, write, I don't even write them, I just make up stories. Like, I'll think of a setting. It will normally always include a portal, because portals are it's a bit of a cop-out, I know, but if you're running out of ideas, it's just, oh, all of a sudden the portal opens, they step through, and then you can all of a sudden just start describing a fantasy landscape, and it's like, it's so I've done that a couple of times, yeah, it's quite fun, but it can be quite difficult, because you're basically writing that story in your head in real time, so obviously if you get stuck, it's like, what do I say, The most useless advice that I've ever gotten, oh my god, I wouldn't be able to tell you, to be honest. That's actually a really hard question. I don't think I can answer that one. I'm sure someone at some point might have said just give up. That I guess that's sort of useless advice, isn't it? Because I mean, what sort of advice is that? But yeah, I started doing that for once or twice. I started saying good at the beginning of my intros, but then it actually occurred to me, people that watch ASMR videos are people that watch ASMR videos tend to, a high percentage of people struggle with anxiety and depression. I'm like, well, if someone's having a really bad day and I say, how's your day been? And then I say, oh, brilliant. They're gonna be like, bro, I've had 3 panic attacks today. I've had a really, really bad day. I feel awful. Like, that's just not gonna help anyone, is it? So if I just sort of stay neutral and say, okay, yeah, sure. It's just, you know, it fits everyone, which I think is quite, yeah, it's definitely the way to go. I see a lot of creators sort of assume the answers of the viewer. I like to sort of leave it up to the viewer to give their own answers. Like, just imagine, like, you know, oh, how's your day been? Oh, yeah, you know, sorry, you know, my family pet unfortunately passed away. Oh, great, I'm glad to hear it. What? Like, I've watched videos where I've had a bad day myself, and I've had someone actually say something like that, and I'm like, it just throws you off a bit. Like, you actually answer it in your head, and then someone says, oh, that's really good, and you're like, what? What's going on? Breaks the immersion, really, doesn't it? I mean, hey, that's a good thing. You can just come back and watch them again. Just start from the 10-minute mark and call it a day. Hello, Sim. How you doing? Glad you made it over. We're now, what is that? 46 away. 45 away. Ho-ho. That's getting close now. Watch time maxing. Oh, yeah, for real. It's, I think I've said this before, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm very transparent on my channel. I never like to sugarcoat things. I always just say what it's like. When I first started the channel, I will admit, openly, I was thinking to myself, hey, YouTube channels that do ASMR tend to grow quickly. It might be a good way of getting some followers. I mean, hell, it might even make some money in the future. That's not really the main point of it, but it was like, it was part of my thought process at the time. I was like, you know, because I'd seen channels with like 100k subscribers, and I looked at their start date and they were like 6-7 months ago, and I'm like, are you serious? That they've grown that much in that amount of time? And that also was a little thing that sort of persuaded me to sort of start a channel. But I'll tell you now, you know, you said about like watch time maxing. Watch time is something that, this is just advice. I mean, I don't know if anyone here actually wants to start their own channel or anything, but this is the one piece of advice that I will give you, is to prioritize watch time. Do not prioritize subscribers. Do not prioritize likes, dislikes, comments, shares, any of that. Prioritize watch time and you'll do well. Because if you've got 1 million subscribers, but like 100,000 people click on your video, 10-minute video, and watch for 10 seconds and click off, your video is just going down. That's it. Done. But if you've got, I don't know, 5-minute video and 100,000 people watch every single second of it, YouTube's gonna be like, oh my god, that's amazing, and they just send it to more people because you've watched all of it. And ASMR, I think, it's a little bit of a cheat in a way for that algorithm specifically, because if you make a lot of creators make longer videos. You know, there are some creators that make minute ASMR videos, but in my opinion, what's the point? Oh yeah, I can try and slow down, but when I'm talking normally, I don't really have a filter with my like sort of ADHD and stuff. I just talk, you know, but when I'm doing a video, I will specifically slow myself down. I did start quite slow actually, and I've got faster again, so I'll try and yeah, exactly. So if you make a video that's 40 minutes in length, if you made a 40-minute gaming video, no one would watch that. Like 95% of people aren't going to just sit and watch you play a game, no edits, for like 50 minutes or an hour or 2 hours, right? But an ASMR video is one of the only genres, hello Wolf, it's one of the only genres really where people will actually sit and watch. Like, I've sat and watched an hour video, not fell asleep. I've just sat and watched an entire 1 hour video. Just because I wanted to. I wanted to have an hour of just chilling out. So like, you know, that works. But as someone also said, someone can fall asleep at the 5-minute mark and just fall asleep. And then that video, that 1 hour video is just going to keep playing. So that person is giving the creator 1 hour of watch time. And then they come back the next day because they fell asleep and watch it again, and they get another hour. So ASMR is like, it's really like a cheat sheet for the watch time algorithm, honestly. I mean, just for context, right? How many... I'm going to ask this for the chat now. You can all answer this, because I just want to see what you guys think. How many watch hours... Bear in mind I checked this 4 or 5 months ago. How many watch hours in total do you think my channel has earned since the beginning? How many hours, accumulatively, across every single view, how many hours do you think this channel has got total? Just a random question, because I think it's just insane. Oh wow, okay, that's some pretty high guesses here. It's not as high as what you guys are saying, but last time I checked, it was about 2 million hours, I think. Goodbye, Simp. And I think that translates to like 267 years. It's something like that. I mean, I could probably do the maths on my... I've got my tablet here. I could probably... if you give me a second, I could probably find out if I just search this up. I think it was 2 million anyway. 2 million hours to years is... Oh wow, it gave me 2.2815 That does not help, does it? What? No, that doesn't help at all. There we go. 2 million hours is 228 years. Which, I mean, that, like, what? Really? That's insane. I need to open Discord again. 1 second. I found it. There we go. But yeah, that is crazy. I remember looking in my YouTube studio and thinking, like, what? That's insane. So, like, it makes sense, but it's just funny. Does it hurt the video when we don't watch right away? No. Well, I don't think so. The way that I look at it, if you watch a video, like you click onto it, and then you add it to a playlist, and you watch for 5-10 seconds and then click off, that might possibly harm the video slightly. However, I think it's probably more beneficial if you just add it from without clicking the video and watching it, because yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters too much. The channel has been doing pretty well, and some people will be doing it, some people won't, and the channel's been doing pretty well, so, you know, it's yeah, you won't, I don't think it will really harm it that much. But the best thing is if someone clicks a video, watches the whole thing, likes it, and comments. Like, the best thing you can get from a video is someone likes the video, they comment on it, and they watch the entire thing. That's like the peak best. I mean, you can't get any better than that, really. I guess you could rewatch, but, you know, that's pretty much the best a viewer can do in the terms of pushing the video, I suppose, into the algorithm. I have 41 subscribers to go, guys. This is crazy. It's almost been an hour. That's gone quick. That has gone very quick. Oh, there it is. 40 to go. That is insane. Come on, guys. Start getting your other accounts in. Start sharing. We got this. Can you see how often a subscriber watches your videos? I don't think I can see how often a specific person watches, but I do get a lot of statistics. You were saying about geographic info. The US is the most of my audience. I believe it's like 30% or something. The UK is, I think, 10-15%. And then there's like 10, 20, 30 countries with like 2% timestamps. And then there's, not timestamps, sorry, percentages. And then there's just so many countries with like 0.1, 0.2%. I think 0.2% is from Ukraine, 0.1% is from Israel. There's like 0.3% from some other obscure country I'd not heard of. Like, there are literally so many countries with like 1,000 views or something. It's just, it's crazy. Obviously there are a lot of bigger ones at the top, but yeah, there are views from everywhere. It's just, you know, some places just have a very small amount of views, which I think is still crazy, really, you know. I mean, I went to Vietnam with university, and there's a good few thousand views. I've even had comments of people saying about, you know, from Vietnam, and I'm like, wow, I've been there. Like, I've literally traveled like halfway across the world, more or less, to go to, you know, sort of an eastern country. And there are people that in that country that have subscribed to my channel. Like, that 16-hour flight away. That's just ridiculous. I studied media production. I graduated in September. So I'm university free now. But I did study media production, so there's a lot of editing, camera work, filming, radio, television, music. The list goes on. Social media, obviously. But yeah, it's a fun course. It's a fun course. I just need a job now, really. That's my next step in life, is just get a job, because this is great. You know, I'm earning money from this. It's fantastic. However, I do need to earn some more money to be able to, you know, sustain myself properly. So yeah, getting a job is the next thing on the table. And for anyone wondering, I got a first class degree as well. I think 81 out of 100 was my total score, like average across all 3 years, which is fantastic. I got firsts on every single thing that I handed in, aside from 2 group projects, which I don't count because I don't really have control over everything there, so that doesn't count. It was close though. So that's cool. I'm very, very happy with that. I put a lot of effort into my work. Ooh, what is that? 37 to go? That is crazy. I can't believe this, man. This is crazy. Like, I'm not often happy. I'm not down all the time, but I'm just never normally, like, genuinely happy. Like, I've been genuinely wanting this to happen for, like, 11 years, and I cannot comprehend. I just, I can't actually believe it's happening. Also, this music is amazing. It's very chill. What do you guys think? Is the music alright? I've set it on my OBS, so when I talk, the music goes down in volume. That way, I can actually be heard, and the music doesn't sort of cut me off. Yeah, I could bring the plushes in later on, but we'll leave them there for now. Maybe post 100k, I could bring them out. We'll leave them. Oh yeah, it's I'm never gonna forget this. Assuming today is the day, which it very much could be. I'm never gonna forget this. This is like quite literally a childhood dream. Like, you know, people sometimes say that as a joke or as like an overused phrase of, oh, it's a childhood dream come true. This literally is a childhood dream come true, which is yeah, insane. So many creators just reach a milestone like this and just sort of shrug it off and be like, oh yeah, cool, thank you. And they just open their milestone reward in their bedroom and just say like, yep, cool, we're done, road to 1 million, and they leave it. Like, this is so much more to me than you probably realize. This is absolutely huge for me. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I do want to do something pretty big for 100k in the terms of like video content. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It might take a while for it to come out as well. It's not gonna just like drop tomorrow or like the next Monday. It might take a few weeks for it to come out. But I'll tell you all now because I mean you're here, so you get the sneak peek. Why not? I do want to try and make a 2-hour video without looping anything. I do want to try and make like a 2-hour eyes closed video, like completely unique 2 hours without any like loops or anything. So that might take a while, but I do want to do that. I've got like 10 minutes done so far. So, you know, stay tuned. I will definitely try my best to get that done as quick as possible. And then obviously when I eventually get the YouTube plaque, assuming we make it to 100k, then I'll most likely do a special video unboxing that and, you know, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say what my plans are for that yet because I don't want to let you down if I don't do said plans. But I do have some pretty big ideas for it, but I'm not going to share them yet because they're not confirmed and I wouldn't want to let anyone down, so. But I would like to do something regardless, something a little bit different, you know. So we'll see. Hey, thank you for joining as a channel supporter. Welcome, Verona. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. we're 36 away. How would you describe ASMR to your friends and family? That's a very good question. Well, normally, well, it depends. Like, whoever I'm explaining it to, I will ask if they've heard of it before and if they know what it is. If they know what it is, then, you know, that's half of the job done, really, isn't it? But if they don't know what it is, I'll normally just say it's like, yeah, if they don't know what ASMR is, the way that I would explain it is, when you go to the cinema, if you go to the movies, and, you know, a character that you like has just either died, or they've, like, kissed another main character, or some dramatic sort of point of the film has, you know, happened, you get that sort of tingling sensation down your back of your neck, like almost like goosebumps, like a feel of like adrenaline almost. Likewise with a good piece of music, you can be listening to a, you know, an orchestral piece, and it can just give you like that emotional overload, you know, tingles down the back of your neck. Whoa, that was amazing. That's the sort of thing, that's how I compare it. So, you know, ASMR does the same thing. It makes your head feel a bit light, gives you that sort of relaxed feeling, maybe gives you that spine tingling feeling. That's how I explain it to people. Sort of like a musical frisson, I think it's called. It's a little bit similar. If you don't know what musical frisson is, then you can Google it. It's basically the same thing. It's unlisted at the moment. Like, you guys can technically view it if you have the link, but I did make an ASMR documentary thing where I sort of covered a little bit about it. But that was just a uni project. I would definitely like to redo that again in the future with, like, proper cameras and, like, you know, like a full... I would like to make, like, an hour documentary on it, honestly. I'd like to really dive into it. It would be really fun. But that's, again, that's, like, well into the future if I do that. At the moment, I'm just focusing on trying to maintain the channel and keep you guys topped up with new videos. That's my main priority at the moment. I don't really want to slack too much, because I have recently. You know, I've been uploading videos every couple of weeks, every few weeks. I have been slacking recently because I've been not busy physically. I've just been mentally very busy. So, you know, and that's why I tried to post a video, you know, within the last few days, which I did. I posted a new one because I thought, you know, I haven't posted in like 2.5 weeks. I need to put something out. Is ASMR a passion? Well, the way that I look at it, I can't remember the exact quote. Oh, sure, I'll answer that in a second, Verona. I can't remember the exact quote, but I saw a quote recently on a YouTube video, and I agree completely with it. So I'm going to try and probably fail, but I'm going to try and sort of explain what the quote said. It basically said that a passion isn't something, or a skill or a passion isn't something you're like born with as such. You know, you start doing something that you don't necessarily, you're not good at, and you might not enjoy doing. It then turns into a hobby because you enjoy doing it, and then you become good at it, and it becomes a profession. So like ASMR for me, it started as something I was unsure about. I didn't like ASMR. I didn't watch it myself. Wait, let's go. 99969. What a number. 99999 is gonna be crazy. You know, I started ASMR not knowing anything about it. Like, before I even started my channel, I was like, you know, go back many years, back when I was in school, I thought ASMR was weird. I was like one of the kids that thought it was weird, you know? So I didn't really know much about it. And then it just sort of happened. But I started making videos and I was very unsure. Like my first videos, I didn't have the black background that I've hung up. The background was pretty much what you see now, minus the plushes. It was just a YouTube pillow, my bed, and I looked younger, obviously, because I was younger. Didn't have my glasses. I had the mic on the table. I was using this little table. It was 1080p, not 4K. You know, I'm being a bit of a perfectionist. I was annoyed that I wasn't shooting in 4K. I was annoyed that I didn't have a nice background. It was just my bed, and I didn't like that. So I basically deleted the channel and started again. I spent about £1,000 as like a gamble. I pretty much gambled and sort of, what's the word? I made a bit of an investment, really. I bought a camera for like 700. I bought a camera for like 700. And then I bought the mic for like 200. And then I got a tripod for a little bit and a few other little bits. But more or less, I spent about £1,000 on all of the kit. And I set up this black background, I set up the camera in 4K, and I started again. And I really enjoyed what I was posting. I thought this is a lot better, and I was okay with that. But yeah, when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, my first videos were very much just, welcome back, this is my channel. I'm going to be doing some, you know, triggers today, and I just tap on things. I would just ramble like I am now. I'd just talk about random things. I'd talk about where I got the trigger from. I'd just tap and scratch on things. I would just, you know, there was no theme to what I was doing because I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I gained a couple hundred subs. I thought, oh, this is great. You know, I'm getting somewhere. And then I'd start getting suggestions. So I'd start, you know, and then I just started changing the way I made videos. And over time, I mean, you can go back and scroll through my videos. My first videos, I'm a little bit higher pitched. My face looks younger. I've not got my glasses, which honestly, that's the weirdest thing for me right now. I'm so used to seeing myself with these glasses, which I think fit me quite well. Because I didn't have them when I started, I scroll back at my videos and I'm like, who is this guy? I don't have glasses. That's so weird. Like, I look weird without glasses. I mean, look, I just think I look weird without glasses. I don't know. I'm so used to it now. I take them off and I'm just like, what? It's weird. So, you know. And also, one thing I'm gonna mention this just because I think it's funny, and obviously you guys can go back and check and you can have a little laugh to yourself. When I first started the channel, for some reason, I used to film really close up. Like, my face would be like right here, and my face would just fill the entire frame. I don't know why I did that. And you can see that as I started to get used to filming, I improved slowly. And you can see that my first video was like really close. And as you scroll up in my channel, they just get slowly further and further away. Which I think is quite funny. I mean, in the... Oh no, I actually do need these. They're only like 1 - 1. They're not much. Like, I can still read the chat, but it's a lot clearer when I wear these. Oh, thanks, Jessica. Appreciate you popping in. Very close now. 28 to go. 28 to go. This is actually insane. What's going on with TikTok? Is that even still going? Oh, wow. Hold on a second. Your live ended due to an internet error. Oh, well. That's a shame, but I think, oh, well. Anyway. Why is close worse? Well, no, it's not that it's worse. I just found it a bit too close and personal. Like, if I was making a video that was labeled as, you know, close and personal attention, that sort of thing, if I was labeling that sort of video, like that's what I was making, then it would be fine. But every single one of my videos, like, my face was just like this. And I think it's better to just sit back, so, you know, shoulders, maybe the microphone in if you want it, maybe not, and just, it's a little bit more sort of, I don't know. It's just a personal preference. Some people like it, some people don't. I just found it to be a bit, well, you know, yeah, as I said, personal preference. I just preferred it a bit closer away, so that's what I did. Yeah, maybe in like 3 years I'll be like, you know, I'll be gone. I'll have to start filming in like in the middle of a field, and I'll just stand really far away from the camera with a mic. With a really long cable. Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. I did actually think of doing that, to be honest. I had the idea of a really goofy video with a friend a while ago. You know those really bright flashlights that people get? The ones where, like, you turn it on and you can just see for miles with the light? I was thinking, what if I actually went into, like, a big field with my microphone recorder, go really far away, like stand the other side of the field to where the camera is, and do like, and then run backwards and forwards with the light and do like a follow the light video, but from really far away. I don't know, it was just a goofy video. Oh yeah, headphones. I didn't mention that. Every single one of my videos, I've been wearing my headphones, so if I take them off, I'm gonna look really goofy. Like, look, I got ears, guys. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I actually have ears, believe it or not. Who would have thought? Do you make your videos to be watched once, or do you have people in mind that will rewatch them? I mean, I wouldn't say I make them specifically to be rewatched, but I know that they will be rewatched because a lot of people comment saying, you know, I mean, it's difficult because, to be fair, I think ASMR videos, all ASMR videos will get rewatched anyway, because at the end of the day, if you're already tired and you're watching an ASMR video, you're going to fall asleep pretty quickly. So if you're watching a 30-minute video and you fall asleep within 5 minutes, you're going to wake up in the morning and the video will have ended and you'll be on this sort of end video page and you're going to be like, I don't remember falling asleep. And you'll just watch it again anyway, because you actually want to see the video. Like, some people will watch my videos because they want to see what I do and what happens, but then they fall asleep, so they can't. So I guess some people then come back. And that's great. That's fine. You know, that they get more enjoyment out of it, and I get more watch time out of it. It's literally a win-win. There's no one loses. Who made your channel icon? Oh, I did. I found the microphone. I didn't make the icon. I found the icon online, just like a free stock image, and then I added the sort of black smoke and kept it nice and simple. I was gonna change it, but I like it. I've sort of grown attached to it, and everybody knows that that microphone with the black background is me, so I don't really want to change it. Yeah, I don't know. What can I say? I don't really want to change it now. Like, I've thought about it, but roguelike videos, oh, that'd be crazy. It's like, hey, if you open this chest, you can get ×2 speed, which means the video will play twice as fast. You'll also get the ability to leave a like on the video, and that like will be worth 5 points, or like 5 likes. Yeah, it's... Someone could actually do that. Someone could make like a YouTube tycoon thing. I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, do you remember when annotations were a thing? There were like stories you could do where there'd like a narrative story on YouTube, and then they'd be like, do you go into the forest? Yes or no? Yeah, exactly. And then you'd press yes and it would take you to the forest. If you press no, the video would just end. Annotations, I think it was. Those were, oh my god, that was like peak YouTube. I loved those things. Those were great, yeah. I can't remember the name, but someone did, my first channel banner I made, the one that I have now, someone made for me. I got someone on Fiverr to make it, because I just wanted something different. Oh, interactable ASMR would be crazy. Imagine. That would be something else. It's like, I'm now gonna do a trigger. If you want brushing, click here. If you want scratching, click here. That'll be actually really cool. You could make like a choose your path ASMR video, which means that the video would just be watchable so many times. You could still do it, but it wouldn't be as good. Oh, did anyone here play Club Penguin? Just, I'm sort of just bouncing off the chat now, really, but did anyone play Club Penguin at any point? Absolute banger of a game if you haven't already played it, but anyone bit of nostalgia there if anyone did play it. They had a series of books, like Choose Your Path books, and I've still got them actually, I think, on my shelf. And they were only small books, but you'd go through and then it would say like, if you want to follow the path to the left, go to page 28. If you want to go to the right, go to page 64 or something. And then, you know, you'd go through a little bit. It would just, you know, you'd read. And there was one specific story I really, really liked. And it was, I think it was called The Great Puffle Switch, possibly. It was where the penguin and the puffle swapped bodies. And you had to, like, choose the right options to sort of get them back. And, like, one of the endings, they'd swap back. And then, you know, one of the endings, they'd stay as it is and just decide to live with it. And, you know, it was just a really good book. I read it, like, 5 or 6 times. Yeah, it was a good book. Good book. Back in the day when I actually used to read books. Wow. I don't read really much anymore. But yeah, I don't know. You can still play Club Penguin though. If you go, if you search up New Club Penguin, you can actually play it. It's like a private server owned by some people, and it's like completely free to play. Memberships are completely free. Everything that used to be paid for is now free, and you can just enjoy it. So you can either relive the nostalgia, or if you haven't played it, you can experience it for the first time. Basically, that's one of my childhood games, so I'm gonna say I recommend that if you haven't played it. Absolute brilliant game. It's I remember getting back from school, loading up the computer, and that's the first thing I'd do. Oh, who unsubscribed? Rude. What is that? 28 to go. Oh, wow. Hey, thank you. If anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask them. Just, you know, keep the stream sort of going. Obviously, the music comes back in when I don't talk, so that's also fine. Yeah, choose your own adventure books are great. The only books I really have, I've got a bunch of Minecraft books. I've got the Club Penguin books, and then I've got a few like actual story books, like actual proper reading books, but I don't really have many. Favorite triggers to do. I think my favorite trigger would be light triggers, because I think that they're so versatile. Light triggers are, like, there's so many things you can do with them. But closed eyes instructions as a very broad trigger, as like a genre of triggers, closed eyes instructions is my favorite thing to do. Because people enjoy them, I enjoy them, and they're very, it's very easy to make new things to do. It's very, very, very broad, very versatile. But light triggers, I think, are, like, top tier, very high up there for me. I love visual triggers. I'm very visually triggered in ASMR, and you know I've always been a visual person. You know, through school, everything. You know, I like visually seeing things. It's just, you know, best way to be. So light triggers are definitely yeah, up there, I would say. Yeah, I think they're great. They're very versatile, and they're very, very simple to just. They're simple to make, actually. They're very, very easy to make. I think Reiki is... it's not something I've looked into. If you're interested in Reiki stuff and you've not heard of this guy, check out Jonathan Thorson ASMR. If you search up... actually, you can go on my channel and scroll right to the bottom, and he's pinned as like a recommended channel. But Jonathan Thorson, he makes some really good Reiki videos. If you're interested in sort of meditative ASMR, healing, Reiki... his layered sounds are like the best I've ever seen. He layers up like mouth sounds and tapping like no one else. I have never seen anyone make layered sounds as good as that man. So genuinely, go and check out his channel after the stream. Cannot recommend it enough. If you like layered sounds and mouth sounds, then, you know, check it out. If you don't, then maybe not. But yeah, his stuff is very, very good. I really hope his channel picks up in the future. He's at 16,000, I think, at the moment, so he's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, he's really, really good. Definitely recommend. I actually spoke to him on a Zoom call, actually, for the documentary. I had a good chat with him for about 40 minutes. Very cool guy, very cool guy. Yeah, go show him some love. Yeah, if you go over, then let him know. Let him know I sent you. Yeah, his videos are great. Some of them are quite long as well. He's got some like 50-minute videos. A lot of them are quite long as well. Oh no, I haven't answered that yet. Top 5 ASMR creators. Well, Jonathan Thorson I actually watch a lot. As I said, his stuff is very, very chill. He's got a very deep voice. He's got you know, really good layered sounds. Very, very good background noise when you're trying to sleep. So that's good. I don't know. There's not... Tiny Hands ASMR. There's she's come back into the mix because she's made some eyes closed videos. Pretty much any creator that makes eyes closed instruction videos I will watch. So you can just search them and you'll probably find them. But as I said, some channels that I've watched in the past are sort of featured on the bottom of my channel. Any channel that I actively watch regularly, I'll put down there as like a suggestions panel, so you guys can check them out as well. if you're looking for someone possibly new to watch. Where did you get the idea to do eyes closed? I'll briefly cover it, because I did mention this earlier, but essentially, I was struggling to sleep myself, and my dad said, you know, you're always looking at your phone at night, that's probably why you can't sleep, why don't you just close your eyes and, you know, not look at your screen? And then that gave me the idea of, oh, I could make an ASMR video where people don't have to look at their screen, and that's what I did. So, indirectly, my dad actually gave me the idea. Which is pretty cool, actually. So shout out to my dad for that one. Because, yeah, I'm not sure we'd be here without that, to be fair. That conversation sort of, you know, aimed me in that direction. If you got your own place and had the room, are there other types of ASMR videos you would like to explore? Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah, 100%. I want to do a 2-mic setup. I still want to do instructions and eyes closed instructions, because I think that's the area that I, like, not specialize in, but it's the area that I'm most familiar with. But I would like to take up the audio quality to the next level. Like, I'd like to have 2 really high quality mics off frame and do like ear to ear stuff, maybe have some echoing going on with, like, you know, some really high quality crisp sounds. So just taking what I already do and just upping the quality, like, significantly. I'd love to do that, but I need more room for it. Also a better camera as well, something that focuses better. My camera quality is fine, because the camera is 4K, but my god, the autofocus is so annoying sometimes. I'll have to cut out, like, 2 minutes of video, because I'm just like, focus please, can you stop, can you, The amount of times it just doesn't focus on me, or what I'm trying to do, is absolutely absurd. Sometimes it gets into the videos, and I just leave it, because people have got their eyes closed, so they don't care, but I care. It annoys me. So that's a thing, yeah. Yeah, better mics for the future, definitely. 100%. And I'd like to invest in, like, the streaming sort of market as well, you know, doing more streams either on here or on Twitch. This has gone well so far, really well, so maybe on YouTube, because when I streamed on Twitch, I was having a lot of connection issues, whereas on here, it says excellent quality, and I've not seen it dip below excellent. So I think YouTube streaming actually seems like a pretty good way to go. Bloopers content will probably be up on a Patreon at some point in the future. I do have a massive folder of bloopers, about 50, 60 different videos, so there's probably about 10 minutes maybe of bloopers. So yeah, that's that might be coming soon. Well, I say soon, I'm not going to say soon, because soon for me could be like a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months, so I'm saving the files to make one eventually, yes. I don't know when that's going to be though, but I mean, as long as you don't unsubscribe and you stick around, you will probably see it eventually. But it might be on Patreon, because it's going to have a lot of loud noises and me getting annoyed, and music, me dancing to the music, me watching TikTok on my phone getting distracted, the phone ringing, you know, the list goes on. Right, well, as we're getting relatively close to the big 100, I'm going to temporarily go to a be right back screen, as I need to use the bathroom, and then I'll be back ready for the big finale. So don't go anywhere, guys. I should be back soon. Hello. I've returned. That, oh. That, transition worked quite well. The, be right back screen. I haven't used that for a long time, so I'm glad that worked. Hey, Stopo, welcome to channel supporter. Thank you so much. I don't usually drink a lot, and I've drank like this entire thing, so I had to go to the bathroom. I normally try not to drink too much when I stream, but it's not that good. You know, I always say to stay hydrated, and I don't stay hydrated myself, so... Hello, welcome. You made it. Awesome. $25 to go. 20. Oh wow, 24 to go. Let's go. We've got this. We've so got this. I'm gonna grab my phone now actually because TikTok isn't streaming anymore. For some reason there was like a connection error or something, so I'm gonna. What's going on? What's going on with my phone? Live was discontinued due to inactivity. Oh right, I see. Okay, maybe I should re-go live. Maybe I should do that, because that might encourage more people to come and subscribe. Let's have a look. I probably should re-go live. What's my my internet still? Okay, yeah, we'll re-go live on TikTok, because that's probably going to help push things forward. Still here for me. What's still here? Sorry, I'm not sure what you were replying to there. Okay, so go live. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Confirm. Let's just try putting that back over here. Oh right, chill. So hard to get it like angled correctly. I'll just press go live and see what happens. Is it gonna keep the? Yeah, it's gonna keep it. Cool. Yeah, there we go. We're live on TikTok again now. Hopefully that will bring in a few more people, because I very much doubt that every single person following on TikTok is also subscribed. So you never know. That might bring in a few straggling followers. You never know. We're just chilling now. We've gone through the main phase of the stream. We've had a lot of questions. We've had a lot of chatting. We're just sort of chilling out now. I think it's calmed down a little bit. What's that word? I can't see that word. Anyone else? Oh right, sure. I was couldn't see the word because of the little heart in the corner. Well, I'm an only child, so I don't have any siblings, and as of now, we don't have any pets either. So, close family, pretty much just my mum and my dad. My mum is engaged, so, you know, he's often around, and we get along really well. My dad is remarried, so I've got a stepmom as well, and we get along really well as well. So aside from that, obviously I've got my grandma and my granddad, but close family, it's pretty much just, you know, it's just close family. There's not like, I'm not one of those people that have family all over the place, you know, like people with like, goodness knows how many people in like everywhere. Oh, the layered eyes closed intro. Honestly, it was Jonathan Thorson. Well, it was a cross between two channels. The repeating close your eyes came, the idea of repeating close your eyes specifically came from, I forgot the name now. I know exactly who it is, I just can't think of the name. Oh my goodness, it's just left my mind. What's the name? I can't remember, that's really annoying. It might come back to me, but the actual echo itself, I was inspired by Jonathan Thorson for that, because he does layered echoing, and it is just godly. But the repeating close your eyes came from another creator that has done follow the light videos. I used his videos in my documentary, and I can't remember who. You know what? I want to give him credit, so I'm gonna look on my tablet to find it, because it's That's just annoying me. I can't remember the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm sure it'll be on my subscription somewhere. Let's have a look. I know I'm subscribed to them, so I've just got to find them. Where are they? I'm subscribed to so many ASMR creators. Hopefully they've not like changed their channel name or something. No, I can't see them. I might have subscribed to them on a different account. That's concerning. I might have subscribed on my other account, not my, because I only recently started subscribing to creators on my actual main account. Let's see, eyes. Let's just search. Let's search some generic terms into YouTube and see if we can find it. Oh man. Ah, brilliant, found it. The laughing heart. That's the one. It was on the tip of my tongue. I could picture him in my head. I just couldn't. Yeah, so the laughing heart is where I got the repeating close your eyes, like the word. And then I sort of took Jonathan Thorsten's like echoing and thought, oh, what if I do that and mix them together? Oh, 20 to go. Come on, guys, we got this. 20 more subscribers. This is insane. Yeah, so I again, as I said earlier, I watch a lot of ASMR creators myself, and I just take things from all over the place and mix them together. One creator I want to mention, because I haven't done yet, and I need to, 100%, because they are an absolutely massive inspiration for literally everything I've done on this channel, is ASMR Eliza. If you haven't already checked out their videos, then please do. I used to watch their videos so often, and still do occasionally, and they really sort of, just watching their videos and how chill they were, and how professional they were, really pushed me over the edge to making my own videos. And I took a lot of inspiration from them during the beginning of my channel, and I still do sometimes. So yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't already. Our stuff is just fantastic. Would you like to take part or host a collaboration video? Well, see, funny thing actually, I've had emails and stuff before in the past, and I have had people reach out to me for possible collaborations, but it's not always been convenient, or it's not been something I'd be interested in doing, so I've not always said yes. But yeah, no, definitely in the future, 100%. I think, you know, doing like an eyes closed instructions video where every like 5 minutes a new person comes in and does something, it'll be a nice way to keep people on their toes. Yeah, I'm not like objecting the idea, basically. I'm not ruling it out. I'm just very I'm very keen to just do my own thing at the moment. So you know, if the right opportunity comes along, I will obviously take it. But a bit like sponsorships, I don't just take every sponsorship I'm offered. I've been offered sponsorships by game companies and, you know, mobile games. I'll tell you now, I've been offered to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends like 4 times, and I've rejected them every time because I just don't want to. You know, their requirements are personally quite awful. The payout really isn't that good for what I actually have to do, and it's not the sort of game I would enjoy playing, so I'm not going to do it. There's a lot of reasons, but, you know, I'm not... A lot of YouTubers just take any sponsorship they get given because they want the extra money, but, like, I only want to offer, like, sponsorships for things that I actually would use myself or think people will benefit from. Like the HelloFresh sponsorship I did recently. I have used HelloFresh before. I genuinely love what they do. I think it's fantastic. I already know for a fact, as soon as I move out and get my own place, the first thing I'm going to do is sign up to HelloFresh, because I can't lie, I'm a little bit lazy, and I do want to eat good food, so I would definitely, you know, sign up to HelloFresh myself, and I'd be eating it like 4 times a week. So I would, you know, I don't want to just throw out any old random sponsorship and be like, get this, buy this, do this, because it's like, well, it ruins the credibility. If I actually sponsor something in the future, I want people to actually, you know, trust my opinion on something, not just, oh, they're trying to get some more money, because it's not the really right way to go, is it, personally? But every creator has their own opinions, but that's mine. Also, it's a lot of work as well, you know. It's not, they're not easy things to do, you know. There's a lot of requirements. There's, you know, signing papers, following like instructions, talking with people, emailing people. There's so many different things you have to do. It's not just as straightforward as we want to sponsor you. Okay, cool. So yeah, it was fun though. It was definitely fun. It's always nice to do. It's something. It's one of those things that really breaks me into the whole YouTuber mindset. Because as I said earlier, even though I've had this channel for 3 years and I've had a good amount of subscribers for quite a while, I still very much struggle to comprehend how many followers I actually have. And it still takes me by surprise when I see comments, when I see likes, it's still... There's still a very small part of my brain that struggles to comprehend everything. So when I'm sat there doing a sponsorship with a company that has, millions or billions of dollars in, like, revenue or whatever, and I'm just... Or maybe not billions, but you know what I mean? Like, when I'm actually sat there thinking, okay, this company with, loads of budget and are very well known have actually reached out to me, that hits home, because I'm like, why me? I'm like, I've got to do well at this, and it's quite not daunting, but it's like, I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can, because this company is like, they've chosen my channel to advertise their product. That's huge. There are millions of channels and they've picked mine, so I'm like, oh my god, it's at first it's a bit like, whoa, but I think you must get used to it over time, but I don't want to overdo it. It'd be very, very easy to overdo it, 100%. How's the stream going on TikTok? We're still going. Anyone on TikTok that isn't already in the YouTube stream, feel free to come on over. The link is in my bio. Assuming my mic isn't muted and you can actually hear me. I mean, funny if they couldn't, wouldn't it? Do you think the gender of an ASMR... Was it an ASMR creator matters in terms of popularity? It's difficult because I can see both sides of it. Part of me would say yes. Part of me would say no. I mean, let's be real. Some of the most popular creators in the ASMR community are male. I mean, I don't think it really matters. At the end of the day, like most things, if you're good at something, you're good at something. It doesn't matter if you're male or female or, or how you identify. That does not matter. It's, if you're good at doing something, you will get the following. I mean, look at ASMR Zeitgeist. That man is an absolute legend. I mean, the amount of effects, the amount of, like, microphones he owns, his green screens, like, everything. It's like sci-fi ASMR. It's like a whole nother level. It is absolutely insane. And then you've got people, you've got, like, GB. You've got, which has been there for so many years. Yeah, as I said, I mean, people will have a preference, 100%, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's one of those things, really. I don't really like discussing these sort of controversial sides of things, just because when it comes down to it, it really doesn't matter. And I think it's very easy to say the wrong thing. It's very easy to be like, oh yes, it does matter, or yes, it doesn't, and then start a massive argument about it. And I don't really want to start an argument about, the gender and ASMR and all that sort of stuff, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If someone is creating good content that helps people and the viewers enjoy it, then that's all that matters, really. But it's if you're talking about ASMR streaming on Twitch, then I think that's a different story. But hey, that's a conversation for another day, isn't it? We won't dive into that one. We'll leave that one out of this stream, I think. But yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Someone can ask you a question like that, and then it's just like, whoa. I don't really care. The way that I look at like people is, doesn't matter what race or gender or whatever a person is. If a person is friendly and whatever, then I'll speak to them. If their content is good, I'll watch it. None of this stuff matters. Really doesn't matter. Favorite music to listen to? Well, here. Okay. That's a question that hasn't been asked yet, actually. So my favorite type of music would be like electronic music, dubstep, just general electronic EDM stuff. But my music taste is very, very broad. Like, my Spotify playlist It's just called Absolute Bangers, and it's got like 300, 400, 500 songs in. And essentially, I've got, you know, Queen, I've got ELO, I've got, like, you know, Lady Gaga, I've got Muse, you know, I've got, you know, bands from the 80s, bands from the 90s, bands from the 2000s, I've got bands from, like, the, you know, the latest couple of years. There's so, you know, if I listen to a song and I enjoy the song, you know, I'll put it in my playlist. But yeah, 100%. I do like a good bit of electronic music to just sort of drown out anything, just focus on something. But yeah, pretty much any music really. I'm quite open. Music is music. Music's just fantastic. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, my playlist is so many hours. It's so good because you can listen to it on like a 6-hour car journey or something, and you won't hear the same song twice. Not once. So it's really refreshing. Have I gotten to connect with other ASMR creators? Not specifically through my community, aside from like commenting on YouTube videos. However, when I did my ASMR documentary for my university project, I spoke with a lot of creators. I spoke with ASMR Eliza for about 40 minutes on Zoom. I spoke with Jonathan Thorson, Tiny Hands ASMR. I was going to speak to the Laughing Heart, but he had some issues that he had to attend to, so obviously he couldn't make that, and he said that I could use his content in the documentary, but he couldn't make the interview, unfortunately. I'll bring out the cat after we hit 100k, but I'm leaving it there for now because it's part of the background ambience, isn't it? I don't want to upset the balance, you know. So like, what do we got? What did you study? Oh, I studied media production. So you know, filming, editing, music, audio, social media. There's probably some other things I've missed, but you know, radio, television, all of the sort of cool technical stuff. But yeah, don't go anywhere now, guys. We're only 16 away, so it's very, very close. It's I'm sure it's not going to be long before we see the numbers go from 5 digits to 6 digits. Oh hell yeah! Behind the scenes is great as well. Yeah, 100%. I've got 2 light rings actually. One which is on right now, which is why this side, oh, not this side, this side of me is slightly pink, purple. Hey, Monado boy, how you doing? Glad you made it. My other ring light is currently on the floor. It's out of the way. I don't need that one. I've got another light here, which is just basically lighting up the entire room and keeping me correctly exposed. But yeah, tech is cool. Tech is very nice. I'm a big nerd. I like Doctor Who. I like tech. I like gaming. You know, I've got the glasses. Big nerd. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've had this for years. It's just always pushed out of the way, and I only recently decided to bring it back. I also did some like EQ based stuff in the background as well to make my voice sound a bit nicer, because on this mic it sounds average. It's not too good, so I just played around with it. I added some absolutely insane noise reduction as well. Like, I could have my fan on and you wouldn't hear it. I can type on my keyboard. I've got a mechanical keyboard as well. I can type on my keyboard, you won't hear it. Not at all. Hey, well, there you go. Yeah, that's something else I wanted to mention as well, actually. The intro of my videos started with just, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well, sort of thing. And that was it. Then I started saying, okay, well, people need to sleep well and eat well, so I mentioned that. And then someone said something, I don't know where, but someone said something about medication, or I started taking medication or whatever, and I decided, hey, you know, it's quite an important thing. So I started including, you know, the mention of taking medication on time in my videos. And I just did it as little addition, but the amount of people that have commented saying that it's actually helped them remember their medication, I think that's really special as well, because, you know, they're not going to specify what the medication is, but it could be quite important. You know, someone could be on, like, life-changing medicine that they might forget. They load up one of my videos, they get reminded, oh, I'll take it, and then they go to bed. That's just great. So that's another real positive. The channel's really doing things for people with medication, which I think is great. Thankfully, I don't take the medication anymore. I stopped taking it, so I don't have to remember to take anything, which is a godsend, because I used to have to take something every day. But I don't anymore, so that's fun. Oh yeah, drinking water is so important. A good few years ago, I passed out from being dehydrated. Woke up on the bathroom floor, not knowing where the hell I was, what I was doing. I genuinely thought I'd missed college, but it was a Saturday. So genuinely, like, if anything is going to be taken away from my videos, or this stream or whatever, make sure you actually drink plenty. It doesn't have to be water, it could be juice, it could be milk, it could be squash. You know, just make sure you stay hydrated. It's so important. I don't drink enough. It's an autistic trait, actually. Not necessarily looking after yourself, but forgetting to drink and forgetting to use the bathroom and things like that. You know, not knowing your own body sometimes when you're engrossed in like a game or a project. Yeah, it happens quite a lot. So I've got to be careful. It was a bit of a wake-up call, so I do try and drink more now, because I ain't going through that again. It was the worst headache of my life. Hey, thank you so much for joining, Silver Member. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, stay hydrated. It can make you pass out. You will get the worst headache you will ever have. And you won't even know it, but you'll black out and just straight down. You won't even know about it, and then you'll wake up like 7-8 seconds later and just be really confused. Do not recommend. I highly suggest you drink more water. I should probably get something else actually, because this only has a little bit left. So I might go and quickly grab myself another glass of water. Squash is like cordial. I don't know what else it's called. Maybe in the US, cordial. I don't know. You like sort of concentrated juice, maybe. There's probably other names for it as well. Someone might have to help me out there. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's pretty much just juice that you water down, like flavored water, basically. I will be back shortly. Just gonna grab myself a quick drink. Hello, I'm back. Oh, I just had to, I just put my Be Right Back screen up because I went to get some more water. I'm always talking about staying hydrated, so I thought, you know, probably best that I took the advice myself, as I'd run out. I drank it all, which is good, because, you know, I don't normally drink too much, so getting through one of those that's good. Anyway, 16 subscribers to go. TikTok stream seems to still be going, which is, you know, that's a win. Oh yeah, let's go. First super chat of the stream. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate it. Very cool. Thank you so much. I'm not used to streaming, so I don't often see the little super chat things come up. Thank you. Oh no, don't worry. It's I've got the transitions that come up for like a Be Right Back screen. I've got the stream starting, stream ending, Be Right Back, and I've got other screens. Like, I've got a full screen webcam screen that basically makes me like the size of the screen, but we're not going to do that because we need that. Which way is it? It's confusing. It's that way. It's inverted, but you know, the sub count. We need that. Favorite meal? Wow. Honestly, everything. I just love food. I am a massive food person. Yeah, massive food person. There's basically no food I don't like. There's like 2 or 3 I could list. But I will pretty much eat anything else. Favorite meal is Subway. Oh, for a good few years it was Subway, wasn't it? Oh, haven't had a Subway in so long. There used to be a Subway where I live, but they've closed it down, which sucks. Oh, Sobo, thank you so much. Hey, let's go. Congrats on the sub. Well, membership, but we'll call it a sub. I'm too used to Twitch. Oh yeah, for sure, definitely, 100%. Well, I've got a Twitch account, but whenever I stream on Twitch, I always have issues with like latency and people like complaining about lag. But I've been streaming for like what? Almost 2 hours, and I have never had any connection drop. It's just excellent quality, according to what YouTube said. So maybe YouTube is better for encoding than Twitch, which I never thought I'd say. I've never really considered it, but if this works this well, then I could probably do streams on here more often and just, you know, come on and play a game or something. I don't know, you know, who knows? I've got a Nintendo Switch here, got my controller, got myself Mario Kart. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a Mario Kart with viewers stream sometime. Who knows? That could be fun. That could be fun. Also, haven't mentioned this actually, but I want to shout out my mum actually, because my mum has supported me, well, right from the start when I started YouTube back in like 2013, but with this channel specifically, sometimes like, you know, my mum will get back from work and I haven't quite finished filming a video yet, and obviously I need the house to be silent, and she doesn't have to, but sometimes she'll just sit in silence with you know, her phone on silent, and she'll just sit and just chill for 15-20 minutes, half an hour while I film something, and then just tell me to, and you know, and then I'll just tell her once I've finished, and then she'll put the TV back on. Little things like that, really appreciate it. You know, the amount of videos that I posted on time because my mum's just said, yeah, it's fine, you can film, I'll just stay quiet for a bit. You know, 100%, really appreciate that. Yeah, I love the support from my mum. Always been there. Always sort of trying to, you know, help if she can. Games that I'm playing at the moment. At the moment, I've been playing an absolute shed load of Roblox, honestly. When I was younger, Roblox wasn't that good, so I thought it was really cringe and stuff, you know? But then, Roblox has actually become so good. I started playing it back in uni. I saw the Sonic game, and I thought, wow, that looks really good. We've took a bit of a break. It's still on the table, but it's definitely on the break. It's made good progress, though. It's made a lot of progress, but it has took a bit of a break at the moment, because we're all just a little bit busy and doing things, but it's still something I want to do, yes. So, you know, I'll obviously be able to keep you posted with that, but no, it's, yeah, it's just great. It's just great to be able to have the support and stuff, but it's, I've sort of lost where I was. Oh yeah, Roblox, that's the one. Yeah, I picked it up and got a bit obsessed, because I've always liked clicker games. I'm very much, I don't know why, most people don't, but I love them. I very much like the games that are like incremental, clicker games, idle games. They're very repetitive, but very rewarding. I like those sort of games, the ones where you just do something like clicking over and over again to get more points, buying upgrades. It just, something satisfying about that just sort of clicks with me. Yeah, tycoons, exactly. And I'd not played Roblox in like 10 years, like 6, 7, 8 years or whatever, something like that. And when I realized that Roblox had basically 3D equivalent of these mobile like clicking games, I was like, yeah, I was hooked. And I've recently started playing Pet Simulator 99, which for me, it's a bit like Minecraft Prison and clicker games combined together. You know, I got obsessed with that. I've spent, like, I've more or less been AFKing that game, like leaving my laptop on, like more or less 24/7, just AFKing the game, unless it runs out of battery. I've started playing 3 months ago, and I've racked up like 70 days of playtime. Not 70 hours, I've racked up 70 days of playtime. Rest assured, that is not time that I've sat in front of my computer playing it. Most, like 99% of that is AFK, just idle gameplay. But I'm a bit obsessed. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a bit of a rabbit hole. That squishy right there, the black one that glows in the dark, that's from the game. It's merchandise. It's merch for Pet Sim. But all jokes aside, though, if you actually like plushies, buy one of their plushies. Like, I'm not even joking. I thought this cat here was soft, right? Like, I squished it and was like, this is soft. That thing right there, softest plush you'll ever see. It is softer than Squishmallow. It's squishier than like every other plush I've ever had. And believe me, I've had many plushes over the years. And it's the softest plush I've ever felt. It is absolutely absurd. It is so squishy. I love it. I definitely want to buy more. Thank you, Kat. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining. If you save the link to this live stream, if you copy it somewhere, you'll be able to watch it back afterwards because it will be unlisted. So if you do obviously have to go now and you're going to miss the 100,000 point, then you will be able to save the link, come back to it, and, you know, skip forward and watch the moment where it happens if that's something you're interested in. Or just carry on watching from this point, which is about 1 hour 55 minutes as well. So if you want to mark down 1 hour 55 minutes and copy a link to the stream somewhere, then you'll be able to return to that point if that's something you would be interested in doing. But thank you very much for the $5. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Alright, we need, what are we on? 16 more subscribers. It's difficult because, like, I don't have anywhere to promote it. It's just the sort of, like, you know... We've just gotta... Oh, 15 more. Way. Thank you, whoever just subscribed. Oh, another one, 14. Thank you, guys. I was just like, I'm not really promoting anywhere aside from TikTok. Obviously, you know, it's live on TikTok as well. But subscribe to some alts. You know, normally I would suggest people not to subscribe with alt accounts just because, you know, it's not too good for the channel. But you know what? Right now, that could really help. Like some channels, they shoot past the milestone really quickly, but I think obviously it's going to be a little bit slower. But that's fine. That's good. Time to prepare for it. That's completely fine. I don't know where everyone else has gone, but you guys that are in right now, you guys are the ones that are witnessing this. Like, basically, we're like making channel history here. This is like, as I've said already, this is a huge deal for me. Why is this like really emotional music just kicked in? What is going on? 12 to go. Wow. Yeah, you could if you want, Monado Boy. It's down to you. I mean, ASMR on Discord is something that, you know, I think a lot of people would probably be like, whoa, weird. So, I mean, down to you. There will definitely be a 100,000 play button video. 100%. All I'm saying now is that I've got something planned pretty big for that. And 100% it's gonna arrive at my door. I'm going to know what's in the box, and I am not gonna be opening it because I'm gonna try and plan something pretty big for unboxing it. So I'm gonna have to sit with this box knowing what it is and probably not open it for a good few months, which is gonna be a little annoying. So yeah, the actual, you know, the video where I tap on it could be, or like, you know, get it out in a video could be like, you know, maybe it could be a couple months after. 9 to go, guys. Come on. Share, let's go. Share it. We got this. This is insane. The final stretch. I'm going to turn Spotify down now because it's the because we're on the final stretch. I'm going to turn Spotify off. Purely because that way, if I want to edit this later on, I don't have the actual music over it, because then I can add my own music to it, which I think would be better for an edit. So 7 more. Crazy. Oh wow, subscribed last night. Awesome. 1 second. Hey, no worries. One second, guys. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Hello. Oh, 5 to go now. It's gone up again. All right. Yeah, I've turned the music off now because it's if I edit this moment later on, I don't want the lo-fi being over the music that I already have. Oh, 4 to go. Oh, this is crazy. I can't believe this. This is actually insane. Why is this so suspenseful? I know. It's like the stream's been going for 2 hours. That has gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? It's the final countdown. Oh, it really is. Oh, come on. Oh my god, we've done it. Whoa! Here we go. Let's go, we've done it. Oh my god, this is a mess. Do another one, why not? Hey, thank you for the £3. Woo! Oh my god, this is gonna be hell to clean up. Oh, it's stuck to the wall and everything. Well, I'll have to get the Hoover out later. That's my job for after the stream is to clean up my room. Thank you so much, everyone. This is insane. I need to clean my keyboard off. It's like covered in. Look at this. It's like it's silver as well. I bought silver ones because I thought it was fitting for the occasion. Oh wow, 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh wow, it's going crazy now. Almost missed it. Oh, thank god you didn't. Oh, we can put the music on now. We can put the music back on. Let's what are we gonna play? What music do we play? Let's play something a bit more upbeat. No, we'll put this on. I don't know what this is. It's just something different. What is this? Like, I don't know what this is. It's something a bit more bouncy. Oh, this is crazy. I can't believe it. Yeah, I would play something like that, but obviously copyright's a massive thing, so, you know, I'm just using copyright-free music, unfortunately, but... My room is a mess. This is so fun. Oh my god. I need to, like, take a picture of my room. It's like, there's just foil everywhere. Look at this. This stuff is everywhere. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll stick around for a little bit and chat, and then I'm gonna, probably head off and start cleaning up. Oh yeah, no, it's everywhere. Like, I kid you not, it is everywhere. Yeah, I'll probably take a picture first of the setup. And, yeah, I'll do that. I'll put something on Instagram and, yeah, I'll do that. 100%. It's all over me as well. It's not on my hair though, right? So we're okay. What is this music? I thought this was like bouncy music. What is this? What am I listening to right now? Can we get something a bit more upbeat than this? Where's the, Oh, here we go. Perfect. There you go. Something a bit more, post-concert vibes. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, it's everywhere. There was a little bit of a delay because it was my mum that was stood in the door. I'd prearranged it before the stream that my mum was going to stand in the doorway and as it hit 100k blast one of the confetti cannons that I bought. But when it hit 100k, I think she was a bit like, should I do it yet? And I was like, yeah, do it. And then I was like, yeah, what the heck? I bought 3, let's do another one. Bit of fun. Alright, well, I said I was going to, so I'll do it now. This is the cat plush that's been on my TikTok live streams a few times. My webcam's here. But, like, can you see how, like, when I squish it, it's like, can you see how firm it is? You see how it's like, it's not, like, it's quite firm, right? Like, I thought this was squishy, right? Now, hold on. You think that one's squishy, alright? You need to look at this one. This one right here. £50! Oh my god, Moomba. Oh my god, thank you so much. Wow, okay, that is actually crazy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I thought it said 5 to start with. Wow, thank you. Really appreciate it. I'll, as I said, all donations I get go towards like better kit and stuff. So I'll make sure to keep you posted wherever that goes. But this is the boy. Look how squishy it is. I can literally put my hands together. Like, I can't explain how, like, I love it. It's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. I'll put it on the table. There you go. It glows in the dark too, so it's pretty goofy. But I love it. I'll just move them out of the way, actually. Put them down there for now. With all the confetti. I'm gonna, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit, like, lost for words at this point. I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, we've had the massive, like, celebratory sort of moment. Oh, yeah, I genuinely could, actually. That's not a bad idea. I'm a very sentimental person, actually, so that's not a bad shout. I could probably put a few in, like, a little packet and just keep them and be like, these are confetti pieces from the day that... Well, mark the calendar, guys. 26th of July, 2024 is the day we hit 100,000 subscribers. How crazy is that? How mad is that? That is actually insane. It's been crazy 3 years. I was just gonna drink my water and there's like confetti in my water. Look at this. There's like, I'm not even gonna take that out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you, everyone. I don't know what to do. Do I just stay on for a bit or do I just head out now? I don't know what to do. I mean, I know the whole point of the stream obviously was celebrating the moment, so I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I'm quite hungry. You know, I think I'm gonna go and order a Chinese, and I think we're all gonna have a celebratory Chinese takeaway because Chinese food is just, you know, chef's kiss. Oh, of course, if you have any other questions, then feel free to ask them before I go. But, I mean, we've already covered the Q&A sort of section of the stream already. Silver plaque. Okay, yeah, so regarding the silver plaque, it could take anywhere from, as far as I'm aware, from what I've heard, it could take anywhere from, like, a few weeks to 6 weeks to maybe more to come. But then I'm not going to actually be opening it for, like, a good couple months because I'm going to be doing something pretty insane for it. Or at least I want to. I'm not going to actually say what I want to do because I don't want to make any promises. So, you know, we'll see. But there will definitely be multiple videos with it, and you will definitely see it once I get it. So, stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Smash the button already. I keep going to grab my water. It's got metal, like, strips and foil in it. Lovely. What takes longer, YouTube shipping subscriber plaques or YouTube reviewing copyright strike appeals? Honestly, no idea. the chances that I get a YouTube strike on this channel is basically impossible because all of my videos are just me talking. And the video is me, the audio is me. There's basically no chance of me getting a copyright strike. This music right here is all copyright-free music by Stream Beats, so there's nothing copyright going on here. Nothing, no issues should be found with the music. So yeah, there's no reason I should ever have to worry about that. So definitely the shipping. Oh man, I'm so like buzzing. I've been like anticipating this for so long. Like I've genuinely been anticipating this for so long, and I've known that it's been coming, but it's just like I can't even process that it's happened. It's crazy. Also, this music is definitely like post 100k vibes. Like the switch to EDM was definitely a nice touch. Oh, the next video, it might take a while for it to come out, like probably a good few weeks. However, I think it's going to be a 2-hour eyes closed video, because my last special was like 1 hour, so I'm thinking maybe double it to 2 hours, just to, you know, make it a nice one. Oh hell yeah, you got a promotion! Congrats. That is a great day indeed. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's crazy stuff right there. Crazy stuff. 100,000 subscribers. Wow. That is something else. Oh, 100,003. Thank you so much. Oh man. I just need to sit back and chill. Oh yeah, by the way, this chair was bought with donations from my TikTok streams, actually, that I did a while back. Haven't streamed for a while because I've been focusing on videos, but I had a really good couple months where my TikTok did quite well with donations, and I basically said I was saving up for a better chair. So I got myself a Secret Labs chair, and I tell you what, I've not had any more backaches or posture issues with this. So for anyone that's here that may have donated on the streams, really appreciate it. 99,909 subs when, oh man. I wouldn't be surprised if after I finish the stream it goes down, but this is the moment where it happened for the first time, and that's all that counts. We were here. For anyone else that didn't make this stream, they were missing out. You guys were here, and I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you that's turned up. Really do. It's it would have been a pretty bland stream if there was only one person watching, so, you know. That would have been a disaster. Imagine hitting 100,000, there just being, like, one person in the chat. Like, yay! Oh, that would have been, like, very anticlimactic, wouldn't it? Anyways, I don't really know what else to do now. I'm probably gonna go and start cleaning up. It's probably a major cleanup operation. Not quite sure what else to say, so I'll probably head out. But, oh yeah, for sure. I don't know really what else to say. Yeah, cleaning up definitely is on the first port of call really here. I think, what is this music? What is this? Okay, it just turned into dubstep all of a sudden. Oh, that'll do. Watching from India at 12 AM. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh yeah, it is fire. I just don't think it really fit the vibe. I'm asleep. Congrats. Hey, no worries. Good night. Alright, well, anyway, there's only 17 people here now, so a majority of people have dipped, which is completely understandable. But yeah, if you haven't already followed my Instagram, then definitely follow that. I have DMs open, but I don't often respond. But I do post, like, stories of things that I'm doing whenever I go anywhere. It's a good way to keep up to date with what I'm doing. Obviously, if you're on here, then you're probably already subscribed, so I don't need to really mention that. I do have a TikTok. I haven't streamed for a while, but you can follow that if you want to. And then I've got my other things in the description, such as, like, my Ko-fi and all that other stuff, which, that's just really there as, like, a easy way for people to donate, but that's not needed anyway, because I'm pretty happy with ad revenue on YouTube. It's crazy. So that's, yeah, I never really encourage people. I never really mention the donation links. I always have them in the description, but I never really promote them because I just don't see a point. You know, if people want to, they'll find it. If they don't, they won't find it. So, But yeah. I need to go, but I just don't want to. I don't want this to end. This is so hype. I'm so excited. I don't really know what to say. I'm just gonna go, I think, because otherwise I'll sit here all day, and I'm very hungry. So I think, yeah, most of my life is controlled by my stomach. So let's, I'll call it a day, and I'll go and grab some food. So yeah, once again, thank you so much to everyone. Huge shout out for you all for being here, and obviously the 100,000 people that have subscribed to the channel. Couldn't have done it without you all, and keep an eye out for my next video. Might not be next Monday, it might be a little bit later. I'm also heading to a wedding soon as well, so that will take a few days out of my schedule, but yeah, expect something soon, and over the next few months there will be a few things popping up here and there. But yeah, thank you so much guys, I'll see you all soon. Now, let's see if this works.